Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy KJ here. All right, listen up. It's the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep, so I'm like, well, what the hell? I'm going to film a YouTube video. And tonight or today or whatever time you're going to be watching this, I want to talk about the XM4. There's been a lot of changes to the AR meta lately. You can pretty well use anything. They've increased and decreased recoil and done a bunch of stuff. But to be honest, the one gun that's always really worked well, it's got a great fire rate, like literally no recoil when you're using it, is the XM4. I've got a build for you, which is a pretty standard AR build, but I want you to see how well the XM4 still works. And if you're looking for an AR to go back to, you want something that's got a good fire rate, it's easy to use, and has no recoil, the XM4 is it. So let's talk about that right now. So in the recent patch notes from September 23rd, there were some changes, and the Krig, they added a lot of recoil to it, so I think they dialed it back a little bit on that gun. So if you're still liking the Krig, you can try it out again. The AK-47, it was almost too little recoil for how hard the gun hit, but to be honest, I was using it last night as well, and it still feels really good. But then the XM4, they also increased the recoil on it a little bit, but to be honest, this gun doesn't have any recoil anyway. It's incredibly low. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's do a quick recoil test. I've done these a bunch of times before, and you've probably seen them in my other videos. So let's see what they've done to the XM4. All right, so it kind of looks the same. Let's try a controlled shot. All right, so, I mean, that looks pretty easy to me. It looks like they have done something with the recoil. I got to go back and look at some of my other footage, so I'll get that right now and we'll see what it looks like versus how the XM4 used to be. All right, so here I'm shooting the recoil up the wall, and this is the old XM4, and you can see that it goes straight up and then goes much more over to the left. And when you compare the two together, well, you can see on the left, that's the old recoil, and on the right, the new recoil. It actually looks like it's less. So here's the time to kill for the XM4, and it's sort of exactly where you'd expect it to be. It doesn't kill quite as fast as the AK, but it's got way less recoil. But it does kill faster than the Krig 6, which I think used to be the gun, but they've gone and nerfed it sort of so hard because it was like so high in the meta that I think the XM4 is really the gun that you want to use now in this orange line. And, you know, if I go and bring the axis down to 0, you can see how tight they are and how good they actually are. But look at the range. It's much closer at range to the AK than it is to the Krig 6. So the XM4's got a really great place and good time to kill considering how little recoil or no recoil the thing has. So here's one thing about the base stats on the gun that a lot of people aren't paying attention to. And if you look at the Krig 6, okay, it's got a lower fire rate, but it does pretty good headshot damage. But you know, the XM4 is a little higher headshot and it's higher RPM, and it has a neck multiplier that's exactly the same as the head. Where the Krig 6 and the AK-47, this one has a neck multiplier, but it's not quite as high as the head, and the Krig now has no neck multiplier at all. But the XM4, it's the same. So you've got this huge headshot zone, which includes even the upper chest part. So I think the effective TTK you're probably going to get from the XM4, especially if you shoot and start drawing the gun up, you're definitely going to get a faster time to kill with it because you're going to get essentially headshot values way lower on the upper part of the chest. And this is what I'm talking about. Check this out. So here I am using it, and this guy came up the zipper, and up close, I'm telling you, even when I'm up close with this gun, it really works well. At range, it's very easy to control and shoot, but there's a couple of times when I'll run into guys really close, like right here, and they just hip fire the thing and still manage to get the kill. So the thing about this gun is because it's got so little recoil, you can hip fire it and, you know, use it almost like an SMG even up close in a pinch, and it works really well. Like, it's just really good all around. And watch, talking about beaming, okay, watch. Just beam that guy. See, look at how little recoil this thing has. You want to take somebody down? I can hit every single shot as they're running away and not miss a single one. Like, it's so little recoil and so easy to use that if you're looking for that gun that sort of was like, you know, the meta guns like the Kilo and the Gra and sort of how the Brune felt when it first came out, and then, you know, the Krig 6, you know, it's just got that easy firing, get tons of hit markers. That's and it's fast shooting and easy to use. That's the XM4 now. I think it's really filled that place. The AK-47, the C58, and the EM2, they're great. I like using them, but they're slower firing. I'm going to say harder to use guns. Where the XM4 still has a really good fire rate, and look at that, look at those headshots. It's got a really good fire rate, so it's really easy to use and have, you know, really consistent hit markers. So if I'm having a rough night and I'm using some of the other harder to use guns or loadouts, I'm telling you, I go back now and grab the XM4, and it's sort of my go-to when, you know, I'm just looking to, you know, get it, you know, wins and easy kills, and a gun that, you know, you can rely on to get good easy shots just like that. Man, this thing, it works amazing. So I was trying the XM4 with both the Street Sweeper and the Gallo. And listen, I know they nerfed the Gallo, but it's a small range nerf and you barrel stuff with this thing. So I don't really think it matters. I'm going to try it a bit more and I'll report back. And I've been trying the Street Sweeper out again. I know it was really good and then they nerfed it. So it's actually starting to get a little bit better again. So I think that, you know, it's also viable. But we're here for the XM4. So let me talk to you about that. But just before I do, I want to say thank you to everybody who's recently subbed to the channel and is here watching my videos. I really appreciate all that love and support. So thank you guys. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, consider subscribing because it really does help small content creators like myself. And I'm getting close to 10K subs, which is a huge milestone. So if you can sub, it would really help me out. All right, thanks guys. Now let's check out my XM4. So I'm just using the base XM4 and I've got dark matter unlocked on it, but other than that, you just use the base gun. And the build for this is just your very typical AR build that you probably are using in some of your other guns. So it's the agency suppressor for the sound suppression and vertical recoil control. Task force, I like this one. It's got bullet velocity, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and effective damage range. And for the optic, I like the Axial Arms 3X, especially with this reticle that we got in the battle pass this season called Green Dot. It's really nice. You guys should give that one a try. And for the underbarrel, of course, the field agent grip. That's really what's going to make this gun no recoil. And magazine, I'm running the Stenag 60 round. And I'm telling you, with this normal build on this thing, I know that they've changed and nerfed a lot of the guns, but the XM4 is still the go-to for that real easy shooting, no recoil gun. Anyways, guys, give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know the ARs have been changed around a lot this season, but I think we're in a pretty good place because they've got them pretty well balanced. And even when they nerf too far, they actually bring it back like they did with the Krig. The XM4, they nerfed the recoil on a little bit, but to be honest, I can't tell how, you know, how it's any worse. The thing still is an absolute laser beam. So give it a shot. And if there's another gun that you think that I should be trying out, maybe I'm sleeping on, let me know in the comment section down below. When you guys suggest things and I try them, I always give credit in my video if you come up with the idea. So, you know, if you want to do that and you want to get a shout out in a video, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. So if you don't see me in Warzone, if you don't see me in multiplayer, it's only a matter of time, baby. King James out. Time to get some sleep.
Right here, well, same place you were. Right underneath us.
VLK Rogue? Yeah, I know. I tried to use that as well.
Watch out! Watch out! There's 4 underneath of us.
I'm under fire. Assault rifle marked.
Incoming round.
There's a vest here.
Oh, I got sniped. I got one of them.
I'm getting hit.
That far. Less motor.
Got one.
It is, baby.
Guys.
Wait, King James cleaned them all up.